Hey guys, how's it going? Hi there, Pisces. So, happy birthday if you haven't yet had a birthday, Pisces. And you already have had your birthday, happy birthday, belated birthday. I got my new little crystal crown over here. So this is some Labradorite. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's good for healing and spiritual development. But anyway, back to your reading. So it's going to be a general reading for you, Pisces, for March 17th through March 31st. And it is a general reading, so it can cover anything from love, work, family, friends, health, etc. So take it how it resonates for you. And if it doesn't resonate and you know your birth time, you can always get a free birth chart online just by Googling it, finding out your other placements, finding out where your sun, rising, moon, and for instance, like your Venus sign are, so you can check some of my other zodiac readings to get your, different stories that help bring together more of a bigger picture for you if you want. What else was I going to say? Oh, yes, this message is timeless. So whenever you see this, you are called to see this message because time is relative and fluid. So this message can resonate for you before March 17th and after March 31st. Okay. So with all that being said, the only other thing I was going to say was if you want to subscribe and you like this video, you can do that for free by just clicking in the bottom right. There's like a little bell icon and you can just make sure that it's active so you know when I put out new videos. All right. So with all that being said, Pisces, we're going to do a quick sound bell here for some healing and general grounding for the reading, and then I've pulled all your tarot cards, so we'll get into that in just a moment. So if you want to and you feel comfortable, you can take a deep breath in and out. Okay, Pisces. Let's get into your reading here. I hope everyone is doing well. All right. Now, I went ahead and just recently started pulling the card that's on the top of your of each tarot deck after I pulled your cards. So I have the top and the bottom for these two decks. So I'll talk about those two. But if you're new here, I just want to say welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. We're going to go over the first six here. Okay, so this first row here is energy starting around the 17th, a little bit before, a little bit after, is not exact, right? And then continuing through that week into that weekend, right? So we're talking about next week, basically. And then this last row here is the last 2 weeks or so, or yeah, I guess I can't remember how many weeks, but basically the last row here is the last row is the, oh my God, I can't talk. The last week of March, okay, till about March 31st. Again, it's not exact. It's just a general reading here. Okay, so let me just set my timer and make sure I turn this down a little bit so you guys can hear me okay. All right. So Pisces, we have 10 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Swords in reverse, Chariot upright, and the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so we'll get, go over these and then also talk about what was on the top and the bottom of each deck, and then we'll get into your tarot confirmation at the very end of this part. Okay, so Pisces, to start your reading off here with the 10 of Wands, this is basically telling me that there could be the end of a journey, end of a cycle, or the beginning of something new that's kind of been put on hold here or hasn't happened yet. And it could be a little bit of restless energy, a little bit of impatience, okay, because we do have a snail here on the bottom of the wands. I'll show you the card in just a moment, but it is in reverse. And that could be because there's a little bit of, well, number one, some high expectations for some of you possibly. It could be, if it's not high expectations, it could be that you're not looking at something from a more um, adult, realistic point of view, or it could just be mental confusion in general. Okay. But let me show you this card here, how it normally comes out. So you see the snail on the bottom here. All right. So it is in reverse for you. Okay. So that's why I was saying if it was right side up, it would be about the ending of a cycle, the ending of a journey. He has all 10 wands, and he's going to put that down after all the hard work and then start something new. Okay. But again, because it's in reverse, this either end of this really important journey for you, or phase of your life, or a job or relationship or whatever, or the beginning of a new relationship or a new job, or something with home, because I do see some home issues here we'll talk about later for some of you guys. It's just being put on hold, okay? And that is because, again, there could be some high expectations or not looking at something from a realistic point of view. Now, this is the card that you had from the top of the deck of the Animal Totem Tarot. Okay, so it's the Ten of Cups in reverse. So it's feeling a lack of abundance, not looking at something from um, a more, or actually, I said that backwards, sorry. Um, it is a lack of abundance. It is high expectations, but when the card is right side up, it's possibly looking at something from a child point of view. But when it's in reverse, it could be that you're coming out of that, and now you're coming into more an adult point of view, a more realistic point of view. Not a bitter thing, but you're looking at the positive and the negatives, and looking at how much hard work it takes to get to the Ten of Cups if it was upright, how much hard work you have to put into relationships, family, jobs, etc. Okay. But I just wanted to talk about that real quickly. Now, in the top of the deck, in the Llewellyn deck, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. This could be in the recent past. Again, Pisces, if this is not you, it could be the person you're dealing with, or just your general environment right now. But in the recent past, you could have been seen as cold, or the person you were dealing with could have been seen as cold or cutthroat, not wanting to look at something from a more larger perspective, having a lack of clarity in some way. And this could be why this journey again, or beginning of something new, is kind of put on hold here. Now, I also want to show you that the Moon card came right side up, also in the oh my God, I'm stumbling over my words, in the Llewellyn deck today. It was on the bottom, okay? So there is still some information that you don't have, or you're not seeing clearly, or you don't have enough wisdom around the situation that you're dealing with, or just in general with yourself or with another person. Okay, because when you see things at night with the Moon card, you don't see them clearly. If you see like a coat rack from far away at night, you could think that there's somebody like standing up when it's really just a coat rack. Okay, stuff like that. And also, it could be hard to deal with emotions here because you have a lot of the water, which represents the subconscious here. So all these things that we're talking about could contribute to why this Ten of Wands is in the reverse in the beginning of your reading. Okay, but you also have at the bottom of the deck here in the Animal Totem Tarot, you have the Ace of Wands, which is a beautiful energy talking about creativity and peacefulness, okay, abundance, moving forward. Okay, really nice energy here since it is in the upright position. So even though you could be not having all the information yet and putting the end of something on hold or the beginning of something new on hold, um, there is still this really beautiful energy here of the Ace of Wands, of wanting to move forward. And I also want to say again, because of the Moon card and this little lightning bug that's in the side, that's in the glass here, like when your kids back in the day used to get little lightning bugs and put them in jars. There's a need to really, with the Moon card here, look at something more advanced under the microscope, um, something up close, something like that. Okay, but don't get stuck there. So when you do that, If you gain any information, great. If not, let it go. But either way, you're gonna have to eventually let it go, right? Because you don't want the little bug to die, or at least poke some holes in it, if you know what I mean. As far as the metaphor for that. Um, but let's keep going here, Pisces, because I don't want to take too much time on just the first card. Okay. So with that being said, moving on, Pisces. So you also have the 10 of Pentacles here, and this is what I was talking about. For some of you guys, there could be some issues with home. It doesn't have to be. If it's not dealing with issues within the home or moving or something like that, or finding a new home, it could just be a general feeling of not feeling grounded. Um, Also, there could be a feeling of lack of support in some way when you see this family here, this family of rabbits, right? So when it's right side up, there's a lot of creativity and peacefulness and happy times with the family and happy times in the home. Okay. So when it's reversed, again, it's just a little bit of restless energy, not feeling fully supported in some way. But I don't feel like this is going to be holding you back for very long, Pisces. Okay. Because in the next card you have here, do want to see in the reverse position is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So this is letting go of feeling left out in the cold, finally ready to light your own, to pour your own cup, to light your own inner light, to find your own inspiration, to be your own hope, your own refuge, that kind of energy, right? Because when it's right side up, these little raccoons are freezing outside of this church or whatever it is here, okay? But you're coming out of that energy, Pisces, so that is definitely what you want to see with that card. And then again, there's a lot of releasing here because you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is finding mental clarity after having a lot of mental confusion in the past about something, anxiety, worry, depression, overthinking, however you want to define it, right? But you hopefully get the general idea. Um, and so you're letting these things go and finding your own inner truth here. And the fifth card that you have here, Pisces, is the Chariot. So this is a beautiful card about moving forward. Okay, so this whale is busting out of the ocean here, and then there's his partners, one on each side. Okay, that's the support's going to come through. Your support that you may have been lacking, in the first week here, or mid March, Pisces, with a Ten of Pentacles in reverse. If there was any feeling of a lack of support, the more that you start making those steps you need to take on your own, then once you're in your zone of moving forward, then all of a sudden people will be like, oh yeah, we're here to support you too as well. And you'll have more personal cheerleaders or whatever you want to call them in your support system here. Okay. Gosh, my chair is like squeaking every time I move. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But anyway, and then your last card here, Pisces, is the Emperor in reverse. This is a card of having a little bit of lack of confidence in some way. Also could be, even though you're moving forward, right, with the Chariot that we just talked about and feeling more support around you. And also forgot to say with the Chariot card is this balancing of masculine and feminine energies represented by the two whales on each side. Because normally when you see that card in the traditional tarot, there would be two little like gargoyle like figures represented by different animals, and that's the alchemy, talking about the masculine and feminine energies. But anyway, even though you have all that positive stuff going on and you're letting go of all these things that we talked about, and even with the Ace of Wands that we talked about earlier, there's still something that could be affecting your confidence, or could be affecting your you're just moving forward, or your abundance, however you think of abundance in your life, right? So abundance can just isn't just money. It can be more time with your friends or your family, or good health, or whatever you're trying to manifest, your goals, your dreams, right? But let me show you the card here. Okay, so this is your Emperor in reverse. So there could be something towards the end of the month that's still blocking you a little bit as far as your confidence. But we'll know more as I talk about the confirmation cards too, right? So this is how he would look if he was confident. Okay, there's no we don't know if it's a male or female, but usually this card is represented as male, and so it looks like a male monkey, whatever. Just a metaphor, okay? But it is in reverse. So, perfect time to get into your confirmation cards. And I don't think my timer even went off earlier, but that's okay. We're at 15 minutes, something like that. Okay. We'll keep on going forward here. Pisces. So, your confirmation cards, you have Six of Pentacles upright, Eight of Swords upright, and Six of Cups. Now, when I briefly glanced at this before I turned on the camera, Pisces, you have two sixes, okay? So this could even talk about issues going back to a year ago, right? So 6 and 6 is 12, 12 months ago, a year. For some of you, I know, oh crap, I think I forgot to write it down. We have a Pisces New Moon coming up. I just got this new app. It's free, I'll tell you about it. It's called Time Messages. You can get more advanced stuff on there, but it'll tell you the current chart, like where the sun and the moon is, what's going on. So right now, moon in Aquarius, it enters Pisces. Oh, it did enter Pisces today at 7 a.m. LA time. But when does the moon go into Pisces, the new moon? That's not what I want. Sorry, I need to look this up really quickly. I think somebody said the 12th. That's tomorrow. So you could be starting to feel this already. But the reason why I'm going to look it up while I continue to talk, the reason why I was talking about these two sixes, right, equal 12, could talk about a year. There could be something, since we're about to be in the Pisces new moon, that happened last year during the Pisces new moon. So that could be something for some of you guys to look into if you're somebody who has a really good memory or takes like detailed notes or something like that. Let's see, the new moon in Pisces 2021 date. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Dates for 2021. Okay, so yeah, it says March 13th on here. I thought it was March 12th. So today's the 11th. So, in the next day or two. I don't know why they have different dates. I guess it also depends on where you are in the world. But yeah, it says new moon in Pisces, March 13th. Right? New moon. Just want to check one more thing. Sorry. New moon, Pisces. Yeah, it says the 13th. All right, so we're going to go with that because I don't want to stay here. You're like, what the hell? We got the message. Again, I'm not an astrologer, so them are readers and astrologers, so you can always get into that with people who do. I just thought I'd mention it. So going back to your reading, your Pisces, starting off with the Six of Pentacles on the upright, confirming the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. This could be saying that in the recent past or even currently, Pisces, when you get this message in the first part of the mid-month of March here, there could have been an equal give and take that was fueling your decisions or fueling the person you're dealing with decisions, and they wanted to start giving back to somebody else that didn't have as much as them, or you wanted to start giving back to someone else that didn't have as much as you. Again, it doesn't have to mean money. It can be giving back time or helping someone with a skill or their kids or homework or, however you want to take it. Okay. So this is always really nice energy to see. And also she's holding the scales, just like in the Justice card as well. So this can be saying when it's confirmed, when it's confirming the Ten of Wands in reverse, um, that in the past, you, this could be like the way that you were raised, your morals, or even the way that you recently, go about your life, or however long you've been doing it, maybe your whole life, is why there's some type of journey, the end of a journey, beginning of a new journey put on hold because you could be preoccupied with helping other people at this time, or you're wanting to come from a more equal give and take place, and the other person isn't, or the other situation isn't. Again, you have to take it how it resonates for you since it's a general reading. Um, but also, when you have the Nine of Swords in reverse, right? Another card that you do want to see in the reverse position, because now the swords are up and you have more mental clarity and you let go of any mental anxiety, overthinking, worry, depression. And it's because maybe you're saying, okay, if I'm balanced within myself and how I interact with other people, I try to be a good judge of character and give back when I can. Well, I need to do that within myself too. So I need to start taking care of my mind and my body, kind of thing. Sorry, hopefully you can't hear that. Now, Pisces, your second confirmation card here is the Eight of Swords upright. So you have Nine of Swords we just talked about in reverse, and then Eight of Swords upright. Okay. So this Eight of Swords upright is confirming the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Chariot upright. This is saying to us what we already kind of know, that mid-March, right? Starting around the 17th, not exact, but that week, right? Next week. The reason why you're feeling ungrounded, having issues with home, or not feeling support from other people around you, or not even feeling creative, it could be because you were feeling trapped in some way and there was still a little bit of lingering anxiety, worry, overthinking, depression, something like that, or just like lower vibrational energies. But like I said before, you don't let these things keep you down for too long, Pisces, because then you had the Chariot that we talked about, right? So keeping moving forward with your goals, towards your abundance, towards whatever you want to manifest, and this past hurt or feeling trapped or lower vibrational energies could have been also what's motivating you to move ahead so fast, and also have your male and female energies more in balance, because when those are out of balance, that leads to more confusion on your part in some way. All right. Now, your last confirmation card here, Pisces, is the Six of Cups. This is a super cute card. You see these kids here giving each other fruit. They're in a nice scene with some little kitty cat, and their cups are all upright, the six cups, right? And so this card refers to either issues from the past, like dealing with somebody from your past that you used to know, or dealing with issues from your childhood or something like that. But if you look at these two cards, like I said, that are book ending your reading here, Pisces, you've got the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. They're both six, right? They equal 12. That's why I said it could be something even going to a year back around the other new moon in Pisces. But if you look at the images of these two cards, they're both giving something to somebody, and someone could also be giving something to the other person, right? It depends on how you look at the perspective, okay? Um, so when you see this twice kind of repeated, is basically talking about Pisces. The reason why you are now coming out of the cold is because perhaps you're finding better people that you vibe better with, that are giving more reciprocity with you, that are sharing more with you, that are understanding. In the past you felt left out, but now you're willing to find a new hope, a new refuge even within yourself. And then you do that, you can enjoy even more good times with people in the future, kind of energy. All right. Now, when this Six of Cups is also in the upright position, confirming the Emperor in reverse. Um, this is telling me, Pisces, that this confidence issue that we were kind of hinting at the end of your at the end of the month here, whatever, if it's not confidence, this lack of abundance or something here with the Emperor in reverse, could go back to with something from your past, dealing with somebody from your past or a similar situation that you were in the past. But it is, a general reading, so you have to take it how it resonates. But I would really try to even look back to when the last new moon in Pisces is. I'm gonna look that up and I'll put in the notes of the reading after we're done with the live. But let's see. 2020 new moon in Pisces date. Okay, so the last new moon in Pisces was February 21st of last year at 4 p.m. exactly. Okay, whatever. So February 21st of last year was around the same time the new moon in Pisces, and you are a Pisces, right? So that's why we're talking about this even more, even though it affects other signs too. Um, and so maybe there's something date, right? And then the upcoming new moon, which is on the 15th, which is 2 days from now. So if you don't see this reading until after the 17th, there still could be that energy around because it stays in that energy for a couple of days. But this is what we have for you so far for your reading, and it's not a bad reading at all. The only thing I would say to look out for is to get all the information with the moon card and also the Ace of Wands, to put things under the microscope, look at things in the right light, try to have a higher perspective, and always use your wisdom, the wisdom of the owl here. Keep your emotions in check, right? Being a water sign, Pisces, it can be hard, right? I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. I can't remember where right now, but yeah, that was the only thing. And then this confidence issue, when that shows up, kind of look back to how there's something could be not healed from before, from even last year. But again, I don't think this will slow you down too much, because you always have this like ability to kind of, I can't even snap my fingers, like bounce back, Pisces. So yeah, that is your reading. With all that being said, let's get you some quick oracle cards, because I know I'm way over time, because for whatever reason the timer didn't go off, but everything happens for a reason, so maybe it wasn't supposed to, right? So just give me a second here to get back into your energy, and I don't care if my readings go over, because the message is the most important for me. So anyway, just give me a second. Messages for Pisces. Messages for Pisces. March 1st, March 17th, and March 31st. Pisces. Messages for Pisces. What does Pisces need to see? What does Pisces need to... Okay, so you got two cards flipped out here. The first one is rest, and the second one is discipline. All right, so let me show you that in 1 second. I'll just kind of throw these up here. So you see this person sitting in a chair in the background, and they're looking at some kind of elk or something. And then there's this beautiful white dove kind of in the foreground. All right. So, possibly with that confidence issue, maybe you're not getting enough rest or something. That can always make you second guess yourself, right? With the Emperor in reverse. Also getting enough rest so you don't see any illusions or don't see things clearly with the moon card. All right. Now this discipline card, there's like three people. One in the foreground is reading a book. One is holding some kind of like science cube thing, and one has a graph or chart. So they look like students, right? And in the background is this kind of like grandfather figure kind of watching. So I'm going to real quick look these up, and it opened right up to it. That's crazy. Let's see. Let's see. It says, I'm not going to read the whole thing, just the last paragraph. Listen to the Holy Spirit, open your heart to its direction. Take lots of time to be alone, get in touch with your soul, write in a journal, seek counseling, and pray. Allow yourself to be in direct contact with the guiding wisdom of the Holy Spirit on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be religious, okay, just a metaphor, right? Um, Withdrawing from the world, whether through contemplation, meditation, or even sabbatical, is the most powerful way to use your time right now. The Holy Spirit is guiding you in your quiet moments. Its message is make time for yourself. Okay. And your other one, the discipline. Here we go. It says, examine your heart and be willing to do what it tells you, whatever it takes to reach your aims or your goals. If you don't know what you must do, then learn. Seek out the help of mentors, guides who specialize in your field of interest. Study and learn with an open heart and mind, and set your standards high. Your master teacher reminds you mastery in any area only comes from demanding nothing less than the best from yourself. Yes, on the timer now. I'll say that last part again. Mastery, sorry, in any area only comes from demanding nothing less than the best from yourself. All right. Very nice, Pisces. And one more Opal card. I'm like, whatever. It's your last, I think it's your last birthday reading. Yeah, because we get into Aries after the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So it's okay. This one's a little long. Anyway, give me 1 second here, Pisces. Okay. Final messages for Pisces, March 17th through March 31st. What does Pisces need to see? What does Pisces need to know? Good. Okay. And we got one. That's funny. Usually, lately, two have been falling out. All right, maybe they're crawling. That sounds a little creepy, though. I'm just saying they're falling out. This is reminds me. This card reminds me of the tower because it literally looks like a tower, and then there's some lightning at the top here. But it's called the crumbling, and it says, "What are you clinging or holding on to?" This, I would say, right, that towards the end of next weekend and going into the end of March, you're letting go of a lot here, Pisces, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this could just be picking up on that energy that you are releasing a lot at this time, and the more that you can let go of that doesn't no longer serve you, okay, then let it go. So very nice. This was here. So yeah, sorry this reading was a little blah blah all over the place, but if you see me before, you know that happens. I blame it on my double Sagittarius in my chart, but maybe Pisces will understand because you guys, Pisces and Sagittarius, I think are ruled by Jupiter, so hopefully you'll understand where I'm coming from. Anyway, with all that being said, I knew I forgot to say something in the beginning of the reading, is that if you want to, I always take a picture of all the cards that I pulled for you here today. So if you want to check that out at a later time or look at it while you listen to this reading, if you're not watching it live, you can do that by going in the description box below, clicking on my website, click on the Facebook link, look for the Pisces reading that I'll post in a few minutes, and it'll just be one picture there as the first comment if you want to check that out. But other than that, thank you guys so much. I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of your birthday time and Pisces season. And always feel free to let me know in the comments down below or privately if any of this resonated for you, if you had any insight into what happened possibly for some of you during the last Pisces full moon. not full moon, new moon, sorry, new moon. So anyway, I'm going to end here and come back in a little bit with Aquarius next. So hope you guys have a beautiful time and beautiful day and night whenever you see this, and I'll see you guys later. All right, thanks. Bye.